Okay, Via. There is another thing which I really wanted to take your input on. How you see Vargottam Grahas, how you see Vargottam Rashis, meaning a person born with the same ascendant in D1 and same ascendant in a D9. How powerful is Vargottama? Even though if Saturn so-called
Debilitated
in Aries, but it is again Saturn is in Aries in D9 Navamsha, and the Saturn Mahadasha is running. Because I know instantly, I know 3 charts. Saturn Vargottama, debilitated, at least a net worth of $50 million, at least.
One needs to understand, first of all, what is Vargottama
Jay, please.
in terms of karmas. When a planet is weak in the Navamsa,
Jay.
it means that the karma related to that particular planet have not been fulfilled as they were assigned to that soul in the last birth.
Got it.
When the planet is of the same Rashi or the sign as in the Navamsa, as in the birth chart, it is called Vargottami Graha
Jay.
or Vargottam, meaning the duties that were given as a soul to that particular planet to fulfill have been done adequately, and God has decided that you should continue with that planet on this birth too. So even at times debilitated planet do very well when they get into Vargottam.
Okay.
They do very well. Why only Saturn? Why not all the debilitated planets getting Vargottam?
Right.
So basic bottom line is Vargottami planet or the planets same in the D9 and the D1 are stronger planets.
Right.
Even if they are debilitated. Second part, a Vargottami ascendant is a very powerful position to have, meaning the same sign rising in the ascendant in D1, the main chart, and in the Navamsa, D9.
Right.
Both Vargottami planet and Vargottami ascendant are the signs of strength that the Lord or the Master has given you, that these particular planets have done their work, fulfilled their work, and have to be taken further in this particular course only. That is why if a planet like Saturn is Vargottam, believe me, if that person does a lot of hard work, he will be somebody very big in this earth, on this earth.
Right. Regardless if they are sitting in their enemy sign also, but they have a good.
That we have to differentiate between the hierarchy, that okay, fine, there will be a lot of enemies, there will be a lot of forces working against you, but the basic bottom line is you have a Vargottami Saturn.
Right.
The basic thing is this. In the main chart, it could be aspected by enemies, it could be in the enemy sign, it could be not having such comfortable position, but it only shows that against all odds, God has decided that you will come up very strong. That planet is Vargottam. So let them have all the enemy signs, let them have all the enemy aspects. God has given you the decision that okay, fine, this planet will do great for you. So swim against the current, no problem. He who is big will have enemies. He who is small will don't have even friends. He will not even have friends.
Right. Consistently what I have seen via in my research is with the Vargottam ascendants, that even if they are born in a very so-so family, but they have the tendency to go far above the okay.
Yeah.
Like whatever their family is earning, but their way of thinking or earning the per capita income for their family is like 100 times far better.
Yes.
This is the consistent theme I have seen.
The Vedas describe it as a boon. It says that whatever you've learned for that particular planet, God has allowed that soul to carry that knowledge to this birth. So if you say that you have a Saturn debilitated, but it is Vargottam, you are a very good businessman in the last birth, and that knowledge of that business God has allowed you to carry forward in this birth.
Right.
So that is why these people, we feel that somehow they know about everything related to that particular planet. From where they learned, either it is intuition, but God has given them the permission to carry forward their knowledge to this planet.
Right. Thank you. This gives me a lot of clarity on the Vargottama Graha or the Vargottama ascendant.